All right, we're gonna go ahead and get set up. I gotta shoot over these links. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Test, test, but yeah, probably. Make sure. Yeah, we'll forget it. All right, let me get these links out. Give me like 30 seconds. But we're basically gonna go over runes today. And if you guys have any questions, shoot them over in the chat. Chat expanded. All right, cool. Here we go. Awesome. All right, let me get this out on Twitter and got some links up, content. All right, cool. Let's edit this. All right. And YouTube video. All right, cool. So mainly what we're going to be talking about today are some of well, actually all of these are pre-runes, and we're going to talk about some of the different plays that you guys can participate in. A lot of people are thinking that you can buy any of these tokens and you're actually getting runes. No, these are actually just IOUs, guys. So just be careful with what you guys are buying, because if you're buying into a team that is basically saying, yeah, we're going to give you all these runes. I'll give you an example of one of them. I'm not trying to FUD these guys. I just know nothing about the team and nothing about the community, and I've really never seen them till now. RVGO. This one is more degen. It'll probably do something. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. But they are dropping some of their rune stones right now. These are the actually, you can go under Magic Eden and see the different pre-runes. I think they show up here. Wow, Magic Eden hasn't even categorized them yet. Let me make sure. Yeah, they haven't. But if you go under the top collections and you scroll down, it's RBGO. Let's see, RBGO. They're basically airdropping these runes to people. You have the gold, the green, the red, and orange. Well, I guess that would be gold. So blue would be the next one. And people are speculating that this is going to be a pretty good play into runes. Well, this is more degen, guys. Again, these are promises. I don't know if this team is going to deliver. For me personally, the teams that I've seen, just based on history and the ones that actually have strong teams, are going to be these. You got Pups, you got Wizard, Udi. Wow, Wizard is pumping, dude. Udi is behind Wizard. Pups. Joe is behind Pups. Farmer Joe. Let me go ahead and pull up Farmer Joe so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So here's Udi. This is Udi. This guy behind Quantum Cats. He was also over with the Wizards and whatnot. This guy's pretty cool. You also have Farmer Joe. Farmer Joe. This guy is behind Pups. Ansem basically put these guys on the map, and Pups is a good community. These guys are the same people as these guys right here, Bitcoin Puppets, which they finally flipped the Node Monks. These guys right here, Bitcoin Puppets. The Node Monks are cool as well. I wouldn't consider them like OG Bitcoiners. These are more of like ETH guys. I'm not super bullish on them. I prefer like the original collections, like the Bitcoin Wizards, the Machines, the Pups. Those are ones that I prefer. I like the OGs. I don't like these copy paste or Node Monks aren't copy paste, but they're like from the Ethereum community. They aren't really Bitcoiners. But speaking of nodes, Node Monks, you do have the node token. This is not directly affiliated with them, but I mean, like Node Monks, people are just kind of looking at it like that, and they did end up airdropping the node token to some of the Node Monks holders. And then you also have some other stuff like SHID. The SHID is really degen, but SHID is cool. They have their own collection right here. SHID. These are like they're little wassies. They're kind of cute. But this is more degen. So be careful with something like this. And then I'll get into some of the other collections that don't really have a token, but I'll get into those in a second. The next one is Zbit. here. Zbit is right here. This is with the BTC machines. These guys are OG. These guys have been around basically since the inception of Ordinals. Like, I think these guys are just a sleeper right now. 52 mil cap, and Pups is like 600 mil. Pups has got the Ansem effect going on. And what's his face? Ansem got what's Arthur Hayes into it now. So the BTC machines right here, these are the Zbit guys. Again, guys, I want to remind you, these are IOUs. The reason why I'm showing you the good teams is because it's more likely that these guys are going to actually give you the Rune token. Like having a IOU from some random person, or like better yet, some dude you don't even know. Like if some dude borrows $100 from you and is like, "Hey, here's a ticket for IOU. Just come see me tomorrow." And are you really going to trust that guy? No, not really. I mean, you never even met the dude. That's how you can kind of put that into perspective. Let me go ahead and get into some of these questions, because I'm sure you guys have some other questions on this, and then we'll get back into some of the things. This is just kind of like a open floor plan, or open floor, not floor plan, but open floor just for anyone to jump up and ask questions. So, hey, Drake, first question for the novice. What's the difference between Merlin chain and Rune? So, Merlin chain is a layer 2. Rune is a meta protocol on Bitcoin. So, Merlin chain is basically a completely separate thing. You can consider it a side chain to Bitcoin. You have to bridge on there. Whereas with Runes, it's directly into the Bitcoin protocol. Like you have BRC20, you have CBRC20, and then you have Runes. So, Runes is like its own thing, but you do that directly on Bitcoin. To bet, if you don't know what BRC20s are, basically the best way to understand a BRC20 is that it's a certain set of rules that we've come up with that make a BRC20 a BRC20. So these rules can change at any time. It's not likely, but if they do change, then you technically don't have a BRC20. Hence why the case for SRC20. SRC20s are actually directly pasted onto the blockchain. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a example of what this is so you can actually visually see what I'm talking about. So this will make a little more sense. So these are stamps right here. These stamps, these are implemented, like the actual picture is stamped directly onto the blockchain. So like this whole stamp is on the blockchain. It's not just like um, a bunch of characters, which will look like this. Let me show you. Ordi. The Ordi inscription, if we go, yeah, you can see it on Ordinals wallet. Ordinals wallet would be a better example to show you. So if we go to Ordinals wallet, let me show you what these BRC20s look like. We'll do pizza, for example. Come on. It's glitching out on me, guys. All right. Come on, let me type. All right, cool. All right, so this is what a pizza BRC20 looks like. It does not look like this pizza thing right here. Like where it says pizza, the inscription actually looks like this. Like it doesn't even have this picture. Whereas with the stamps, this whole thing is stamped on there. Like this is just written on that transaction hash. So this is in that hash, and basically having this P ticker and then BRC20 and then OP transfer tick pizza amount is, and then that's the amount. That's what makes this a BRC20. So if I went to Unisat and I went to go to inscribe a BRC20 and I do Doge hasn't minted out, and I choose to deploy actually this is deploying, I'm sorry, I'm minting. So I'll do Doge. When I do this ticker Doge and I'll do 1 and I hit next, it will take me to this, like close, it'll take me to this right here. So basically I'm just writing this on the blockchain. Whereas with stamps, these were directly on the chain. So you see how these have like, it literally is that whole jargon, like all that jargon that we just saw on Unisat except it's on a picture now. So that's why ordinals are not printable, but these stamps are also not printable. So these are just a different. This is just a different meta protocol on Bitcoin. I hope that makes sense. And runes is basically its own thing. So think of it like BRC20s, but more simple. So you're not going to have like, oh, in order to sell this thing, you got to make a transfer inscription and then you can list it and so on. What's good? What's good? All right, please help. I bought an ARSIC. What do I do at the halving? An RSIC or a RSIC? So with the RSIC, I'm pulling up their website. I think it's, yeah, here it is. So this is your RSIC. You do need to like inscribe it to yourself or transfer it to yourself or something. I'm not personally doing this in order to start mining some runes. So you see here this activated RSICs. You have to activate your RSIC. So once you get it, you do have to activate that. If you don't activate it, you're not technically getting the quote unquote IOU runes. You aren't getting any runes. You're just getting an IOU right now. This is a RSIC right here. If I could find it. Yeah, here. The RSIC meta protocol. This is basically a token that you can hold, or a NFT or ordinal, whatever you want to call it. And as long as you inscribe it to yourself, it's going to start mining. And this is the mining dashboard. I would recommend looking into this some more and reading how to activate it. I am personally, like me personally, I'm not playing this one. I have a Runestone. I'm just holding that. You're simply just going to get airdrops for Runestones. And I like Leonidas. We really don't know who's behind RSIC. It's an unknown team. But I mean, hey, if you got the airdrop, you can't complain with that. But if you are farming those points or the tokens, you can actually sell those points right now on Whales Market. They're trading at like 2 cents. They were like 4 cents the other day, but now these are 2 cents. So you can actually sell these and capture your wins if you're wanting to do that. So I hope that helps. But you need to activate your RSIC or thing. But it's not really going to be mining a bunch. You only have a few days left of it. Again, these are pre-runes. Maybe they will transfer it in like after runes goes live to keep continuing to get runes. But again, this is the undoxed team. Like we don't know if they're even going to deliver. Sold blob at point. Dude, I did not get the blob token, but I'll show you guys what blob is. I don't even know what this thing is, to be honest with you guys. Let me show you blob. Where's blob? It used to be ranked at the top. Here it is. Blob. I don't know what this thing is, but they look kind of cool. I'll show you the guys their Twitter. Book of blob. I see this as like a Djen play, but I mean, I don't know enough about the guys to say what they are or what they aren't. Got a lot of followers. Obviously, people are happy with them because they're climbing up. But yeah, this is the blob army. So I would consider this like a PFP meme coin type of thing, but it is a BTC or OG BTC collection. So it's probably something you shouldn't fade or at least do some more research on. To get my runes. Yeah. So I just shared with you above. What is a good entry point for runestones? So runestones were airdropped. I'll go to runestones right here. Me personally, I think right now there is a lot of runestones are a really high market cap right now. I think these are like 500 or 600 mil. If I was going to choose one between Runestone or Pups, I would be going with. Ooh, that's tough. Because Runestone is with Leonidas and Farmer Joe is behind Pups. If I was going to choose, it would be between those two. Those are kind of the blue chips. Wizard is also considered a blue chip, and same with Zbit. But right now, all market attention is on the Runestones and the Pups right now. I think Pups would be a little more liquid. So if I had to choose one, I would choose Pups because right now people are just holding the Runestone mainly for the airdrops, and most attention is on the Pups token and I believe it will continue to get attention. Um, it's kind of having like the Ordi effect. The other stuff does well, but most of the liquidity is just flowing into the Pups token. Runestone is not going to be as liquid as the Pups. Like, you can't take, if you buy one Runestone and you want to take profits, you can't take profits. Whereas if you buy 100 Pups and Pups does the 2x, you can sell 50 of it and keep a moon bag. That's also behind my thought process on why that. Runestones are a good play if you already have some Pups. But me personally, I think Pups is going to be the best one to get right now, even though it's a really high market cap, or at least it seems. You're dealing with a 1.3 or 1.4 trillion dollar asset, which is Bitcoin, and Pups like about $1 billion in market cap. There's a huge deviation between that, so it has a lot of time to cook, in my opinion. So to answer your question, entry point on Runestones, um, if you don't have anything else, then I would say Pups. But if you already have some exposure to some other stuff, I think Runestones would be a good buy around 0.05. Let me pull it up again because this was an airdrop. Ansem is still trying to figure this one out. I mean, this could, I maybe up the target. I would say take a DCA approach. If you can get some around 0.06 or 0.065, grab one and then grab some more as it goes down. I think 0.05 is going to be a pretty good entry. Obviously, as long as this develops and plays out. Once you get more airdrops, obviously it's going to be diluted. The first airdrop is happening around the halving when Runes is live, but Runestone is a blue chip play. I would consider it. It's just a higher market cap. So if that answers your question, DCA start around 0.065. If you're just looking to buy one, I mean, really you're talking about 0.015 Bitcoin or 0.01 Bitcoin. Like, don't overthink the pennies type of thing. But again, if Runes doesn't deliver, it can be roasted. If I didn't have a Runestone, I would probably be picking one up just around here just to have some exposure. But I already have plenty of exposure. This is for those people who don't have exposure. It's really hard to answer that type of question without knowing more context. Because if you have no exposure to Bitcoin, then you need not financial advice, but you should be getting some exposure. We're going to enter the type of market right now where it's going to be a lot of chop, and the games that are going to do well are going to be the things that are able to run with low liquidity. So this is going to be like your meme coins, your BRC20s and ordinals. These kind of trade just like the meme coins because the liquidity is low, so they're able to run. And then the DeFi stuff. So the feel good, feel something like, hey, I need to earn a yield, I need to do something. Those are going to be the ones that do well, and obviously airdrops as well. But the reason why I'm talking about that is we're going into a form of chop, and this creates a PvP environment. And we had this several times. So last year we had Friendtech, DeFi Summer was another example. We also had meme coins back in 2022, and 2021, I think, was the craze with NFTs all around the summertime. And what does that mean? Well, people like to gamble. And when there's no liquidity and there's chop and people can't feel that, oh, yeah, I just did a 10x on paper, they try to find that stuff to do that 10x on paper. Who is that guy you shunned on the last spaces? Anyone know his handle? Talked about BTC/BAV. I didn't shun anyone. Or you're talking about BSV, like the coin. I didn't shun him. I was just like, I'm not touching BSV. BSV, yeah. Thoughts on RSIC? Is it better to pick them up when they drop? Whales market showing. I'm not bullish on RSIC. I don't know enough about the team. If I was going to pick between RSIC and Runestones, I would choose the Runestone. But I think there are better plays in the market. I'm just giving you guys a apples to apples comparison. Where to put 100K to make 1 million with Runes? Will Runes be sell the news? There is a potential that Runes is sell the news, but if I was going to put 100K into the runes, I would definitely throw a good chunk of that at Pups. The reason why I say at Pups is they have the most momentum going for it right now. And typically, when you have that, crypto is very reflexive, and people are as people see number go up, they continue to flood in. Like Arthur Hayes was just onboarded yesterday. Obviously, you do have a lot of risk to the downside with that, but I do think as long as Runes delivers and people are still focused on ordinals, it will probably continue to do really well. They also are going to be doing a stock split, I guess you can call it, where they are going to be reducing the price of the token by increasing the amount of pups on the market. Right now, there's, I think it's like 7.7 million. Let me go. Pups. Yeah, so there's 7,770,000 pups. They're going to be doing like a split on this. The reason why pups are cooking, and same with Rune Pups, is the pups token is getting like 70% or 72% of the Rune supply when it drops. And then you have the other pups. I'm going to show it to you right now. Come on, come on. You have the Rune Pups, which are basically going to be reflexive to the Pups token, because these are also getting distribution. The Rune Pups right here. These were airdropped to the Puppets holders. These things have absolutely been cooking, but basically having one of these will give you like 30% of the Rune's supply. So basically you would have to do some math and figure out, is it better to buy this or the Pups token? The Pups token is relatively simple to understand, whereas the NFTs, think of it like the Pups token, but dividing by the supply and figuring out how much each Pups NFT holds in like the Pups token itself. So you have to figure out what it's worth. I think I answered that whole question. Okay. So where to put 100K? So the first one is Pups. Next, I'm going to be looking for some of the OG assets. Like I like BTC machines. I like Bitmap. I would definitely throw some at stamps, like the stamps I showed you earlier in this video, as a hedge. Because if there's like FUD, like, oh, we're pruning the blockchain, those are always a good hedge because those do well with FUD. Whereas whereas the BRC20s won't do well with FUD. Ordinals are always going to be good because they're not prunable. But I would stick with the OG collection. So the reason why I said BTC machines is it's a sub 100K collection. So anything sub 100K is going to be good. So Pups, some of these sub 100K OG collections like BTC Frogs, like this should not be priced at this. It's not sub 100K, but it's a OG collection. I would also choose Wizard token instead of actually getting the Wizard itself. I think Wizard is going to continue to cook. I would grab Zbit, and I would grab some Shid as a Djen play. I would grab Pepe as a Djen play. I would grab Pizza as a Djen play. And I would grab a little bit of Rats and Track. Those are going to be the ones that I would grab. Oh, and lastly, Ordi. Ordi is one of those others I would have an allocation to. But most of the focus is going to be into Pups and some of the ordinal collections. The rest are kind of going to be like a digidart. like Ansem, for example, they literally made a token for the main character. Like if Ansem talks about this will probably do something, but stinking market cap is like 400K. You don't have to invest $100,000 at this. You can throw like $100, $200, and if this becomes like, I don't know, 200-300x, it turns into a lot of money. So just looking for some of these plays, it's always good to have a position in some of these Djen things. Now there's you can't even see what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Great. Let's go back. So Shid, Pepe, Pizza, Zbit is going to be a blue chip. Pizza, Pepe, and Shid are going to be Djen. You also have Ansem. This is Djen. This is not runes or anything. This is just kind of like a meme on the main character, which is Ansem. a little bit of money goes a long way for this. You can throw like 100, $200 at something like this. And I mean, it's stinking 400K market cap. It goes to 4 mil. That's a 10X right there. It goes to 40 mil. That's 100X. Like it's just math. Just have some exposure to some degen plays. They do play out. Okay, great. So with Rune, we will have a DEX and other DApp tool. Yes, there are going to be OKX. So you can see here on my screen right now, they're going to have a section for runes right here. And I'm sure Unisat is going to do the same. They don't have a DEX though. You can currently buy Pups on Solana, but me personally, I would say, just buy it on Bitcoin. And there's probably going to be exchange listings like pretty quick. Is it worth getting into pre-runes with $500, or is it more of a game for thousands of dollars? If you're getting into pre-runes with $500, you're gonna have to go to the more degen side, unfortunately, and hope for like a 10, 20, 100, 200x, which is definitely possible. But if you do have a little more money, I would say stick with the blue chips. These are going to be like your Pups, your Zbit, uh, Pizza. Pizza is a little more degen. The ones with uh, teams behind them. An example of one of those teams is going to be Wizard. Like Wizard has a team, Pups has a team. Wizard's also blue chip. Node, this one's a little more degen, but they are trying to buddy with the Node monks by airdropping them. They aren't the same team. You think Pups is buy the rumor, sell the news with runes? It's highly likely that it is buy the rumor, sell the news, but it'll probably pick back up as long as the runes are successful. So if they're successful, it will do well. Are these only for people who can have a lot of money, or can the average guy get one? If you don't have a lot of money, I would not recommend buying into these like larger market cap ones. I do think they will continue to make multiples, but in probability wise, you're going to be better off minting something. So the reason why I showed Ansem, for example, this one minted out yesterday, or ANSM. This one minted out like in a couple of blocks. So you could have just paid gas fees and minted this. And this thing at its peak went to like 3 or 4 sats. So you basically minted for the cost of gas. You made like a 15x or 20x just like that same day. So what you do is you then take that money and invest that into the blue chips. So if you have like not a lot of money right now, you're probably going to be better off looking for some of the stuff that isn't affiliated with runes and more of like the ordinals. So like looking at something like Bitmap, maybe like one of the, where is it? They have the tiny pups. These are not a derivative of the pups, but the little pups right here. These will probably do something. Just as long as the pups do well, these will probably follow it. But again, this is more degen. The Goosenals, I like these guys. They're a good community. Shids, like these are ones that are degen, guys. If you have cash and you have money, I don't recommend going into these plays. These are like, hey, look, I'm already allocated to my blue chips, and I just want to have a barbell approach to have some more exposure to the upside. It's a little bit late starting to get in with some money in some of these plays, but you can definitely get exposure to some of them. Like Bitmap, this one's going to be like a future play. I think the metaverse is going to cook again, and I think this one is going to be a really good play. But right now, all the eyes are focused on runes. So buying at these prices right now, yeah, you can do it, but your upside is much lower. Like the time to buy was like a few days, more like a week ago. And I mean, hey, it's okay if you didn't buy, but now you just have to plan accordingly. Because like if Runes doesn't deliver, then you're going to get roasted buying at these prices. However, if Runes does deliver, you will thank yourself. It's like that Nvidia thing. Nobody knows if Runes is going to deliver or not. So if you're trying to take a more hedged or a more safe approach, you can stick with some of the ones that have already proven themselves and will stay around with the test of time, like sub 100K collections, some of these ordinal collections. Those are ones that are going to be safe, or like Ordi or Track. Those are going to be some of your safer plays. However, they aren't going to get the hype into runes. So just keep that into perspective. But yes, it's definitely possible with a little bit of money. What do you think about rune punks and rune whispers? I don't know about rune whispers. Rune punks, it sounds too much of like a derivative. Rune punks. I really don't know enough about these guys. Let me check their Twitter to see what they say. Again, these are IOUs. So sure, you will get 3x more. Yeah, so this is basically an IOU. I don't know enough about these teams, but it looks like if you have a rune punk, you're going to be getting some of the runes. You'll get 3x more, whatever they're saying on that. I assume that's the ticker for rune, but I don't know enough about the rune punks. I don't know who's behind these guys, but they did get a bunch of followers with like barely in a post. So it looks like they did this pretty quick. Did they airdrop this supply to people? That would only make sense. Oh yeah, mint your lot. Oh, okay, yeah. So these minted out. Rune punks, runestone, guaranteed. Like drop your wallet where you hold your runestone. Like retweet. Yeah, that's why they grew. They were piggybacking off the runestones. I don't know enough about this team. It looks too Djen to me. If they do play out, it could be something. But me personally, I wouldn't play this. Now the next one you asked about was Rune Whispers. Rune Whispers. If I was gonna play one of these Djen ones, I would go with Tiny Vikings. Those guys are a good team. Rune Whispers. Tiny Vikings are like 0.012 Bitcoin or something like that. First 10K for Runestone holders. Okay, so again, piggybacking off the Runestone success. It's cheap. Art's ugly. I wouldn't buy it. That's just me. But I'm not an NFT dude. So I don't know. I don't know enough about Rune Whispers to say, but I assume it's going to be a IOU. Are you bullish, Rune Whispers? Let's see. Let's see if I can pull up Rune Whispers. Rune Whispers. Let's see. Just follow. I assume they're going to be doing a IOU similar to what the other guys are doing. It only makes sense. And these will be a buy the rumor, sell the news for sure. Yeah, I don't even see the IOUs on it. Probably is an IOU. You can tell a lot of influencers are pushing this thing though. That's for sure. So something's happening under the hood. Just be careful. I love whispers. Yeah, whispers. We'll see if they do something. Unisat equals sats though. Yeah, sats are cool. I like sats. They are going to be doing that for their decks. Yeah, dude. Wizard is sending. What's the price now? I don't know what's up with that thing, but I do really like Wizard. I should have bought more last night. I was staring at it. Bro, it's nuts. Wizard is sending. Pizza is sending. Boom. Of course, Book of Meme. Why not? Let's run it back. The Solana boys are here. That's why I was thinking on Ansem, but I think Ansem probably already had its run. So I think it's best to stick with the blue chips. What else is running right now? Let's do this. Change. Boom. FOMO, Core, Wizard. Yeah, Pepe is starting to pick up. I think Pepe is a good one. They hadn't even announced. I think they've announced pre-runes. Same thing with Rats. Rats is sleeping. I think Rats will get a pre-rune announcement. Yeah, that's the most part. Yeah, it looks like liquidity flowing into those. Our Are there any plays smaller accounts can make on Bitcoin? Yeah, it's the ordinals and inscriptions. If you don't want to go onto like the marketplace, you can go on like Gate.io or Gate.io and buy some of these things on an exchange if you want to do that. But I say going the ordinals way is so much better. But that's just me. Drake, what kind of total market share do you see ordinals and BRC20s having? I mean, it's my pen tweet. Like that's the thing I'm most bullish on for this bull run. It's going to be ordinals and BRC20s. Like the same effect that we had with Ethereum back in DeFi summer and its state of fame. I think the same thing is going to happen to Bitcoin this bull run. Bitcoin and ordinals are where it's at. That includes doginals as well. Doginals is more degen though. Still worth getting into Warpcast. Yeah, dude, Warpcast is great. I mean, it's no loss. It's literally you can go on there, just tag me, and I'll tip you some free degen. Like you got nothing. Well, that answered my question. I guess it didn't. Michael B. Did it? So can we get pre-runes with pop tokens? Oh, okay. Yeah, to answer your question. Okay, cool. Thoughts on Game of Blocks? It was airdrop. I wouldn't be buying it, but I do have my Game of Block. How's it doing right now? I think you had to like send it to be able to lock it into a certain thing, like a certain symbol, because they keep dividing as they go. I can't even find it. Game of Block. All right, so Game of Blocks. Hey, the floor price is holding up okay. It's not bad. Yeah, I think alts are going to get absolutely decimated right now with the PvP environment. Most of the things that are going to do well are like your meme coins and stuff. Just low liquidity market conditions. But Game of Blocks, I think I don't think it's worth a. Yeah, you can still see it here. I don't think Game of Blocks is worth a buy. I mean, it was really just airdropped. I mean, it is a lower price, but I think if you're a gambler and you got the original one, you're sitting pretty. But I didn't play it. Mine's just been dividing, so I don't even know what let's see. The floor price of mine is basically the bottom floor. Well, actually, no, it's this one. Let's get rid of all these. Yeah, the floor price of mine is basically the bottom floor. So I don't know. It's an interesting game though. Like we'll see what happens. Think of it like Opepin or checks, but a little bit different. It's kind of cool, but I just didn't focus on it. It's not really kind of like focus on runes though. Let me go back up. I lost some spot. Great. Hang on. All right. So boom, boom, boom. What about RSIC? How do they connect to runes? I think. Okay. Yeah. So RSIC. How do they connect to runes? So basically, you're going to be mining them on that platform I showed you. How do you see Runestone playing out? Will it be successful with this many holders? What do you expect from dog price? Dog. I don't know what dog price is. But Runestones, as long as Runes is successful, which nobody knows if it's going to be successful or not. It's highly likely that it is though, because Casey is going to cook it. But there's a chance like it doesn't meet expectations, and people are expecting the moon or expecting the sun, and then they reach like the sky type of thing. But who knows? You can't be guessing, Drake. Well, everything's in probabilities. Nobody knows the exact answer, or you wouldn't be watching this, and I wouldn't be here if I knew everything. That's just how it rolls. Nobody knows everything. And anyone that says they do, you better watch out, is all I'm saying. What up? What up? What's your market cap prediction of Pups? 1% of the Bitcoin network is 13. Oh, yeah. Runes is successful. Pups is going, dude. It's gonna send. Ansem gave it its blessing. It's on a 1.4 or 1.3 trillion dollar chain, Bitcoin. It's gonna do well. These Bitcoin whales, like Arthur Hayes, he just shoved some money at it and it ended up taking Pups again to the next level. You're going to have people like that, like, oh, I needed exposure to this Ordinals things. If you think Ethereum whales are big, just multiply that by 15 or multiply that by 20. That's a Bitcoin whale. They look at like, oh, like think about this. Oh, 1 ETH for a NFT? That's nothing. They think on that terms, but on Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin for a collection? That's nothing. But if you multiply that price out, that's 20x the ETH value. Like these guys swing Bitcoin like they swing ETH. That's how you can put that into perspective. Apparently, there is good pups and not so good pups. Rune pups are good. Those ones are getting a allocation. You have the Bitcoin puppets. I'll show you guys these. The Bitcoin puppets are good. These are original. And then the Rune pups, those are going to give you a Rune allocation. After the Rune allocation, who knows what will happen? They'll probably dump. And at that point, it just goes to the cute ones. So the ones that are cute to me are going to be the little pups, which are these. But yeah, these things are cool. And you also have the puppeteers or les puppetettes. These are basically just the girl pups. I don't really like this one as much, but some people do. So whatever. But everyone's got opinions. We all got butts, and guess what? They stink. Pups token or Pups NFT? Again, that would be the Pups token because you can take profits. Whereas the Pups NFT, you can't. Wizard, yeah, Wizard's cool. Tiny Vikings, not little, but yeah. Thoughts? I like the Tiny Vikings. Those are cool. Tiny Vikings. Oh, you just saw it right there. It was on Magic Eden. Boom, right here. Tiny Vikings. Hot collection on Bitcoin. Run. These guys are cool. I like Tiny Vikings. I only have a small amount of Bitcoin. Don't feel comfy using it to buy a Runestone. Well, a Runestone's not a tiny amount of Bitcoin. It's 0.08. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a tiny amount of Bitcoin, but it is a good chunk of change. I would say focus on something else if that's all you have, because at that point you have one play and you can't even take profits. So if I was to choose between Pups or Runestone, it's Pups. How do you expect Zbit market cap to get? That's the ordinal or BTC machines, and I know they're going to cook that thing. Market cap wise, it's hard to say. Maybe at least 150 mil, 200 mil. Let's see, what's their current market cap right now? They'll probably cook to like 500 mil at tops, though. Yeah, it's 53 mil. If they deliver and they keep pushing it out, then there's a high probability that it could get to like 500 mil. But I don't know. Everything's going to depend on how Runes goes, guys. But if I didn't have any exposure, I mean, it's worth like doing a DCA approach on Zbit. This one hasn't mooned like the others. It's up a lot. It's up like a 5 or 6x from, or actually no, it's up like a 30 cents. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's up like a 10, almost a 10x right now. It's like a 8.5x. So I think you're going to be a little bit safer looking at something like a Zbit over. Well, I wouldn't say safer because Pups will continue to run, but your downside would be a little more hedged on Zbit as opposed to Pups. Like Pups was literally trading at $3 or $4 a week ago. Like, let that sink in. It's nuts. I wouldn't touch Pups on Sol. Is there a Rune / BTC entry for a smaller port? Oh yeah, I already gave that. Bitcoins on ordinals are pretty slept on. Yeah, dude, corn is cool. I do like corn. Corn is a degen play. Pizza and corn are degen plays. Pizza has run. I think it will continue to run. Corn is, I think it's just a matter of time. They are a OG team. So Bitcoin, corn, it's got to do something. But again, it's degen. It's almost like a meme coin. So we can get runes with Pups token. Yes, the Pups token is going to give you runes. Thoughts on game of okay, I already gave that answer. You run in a node to mine. No, I am not running a node because there is a chance that they are burned, runes are burned, or it's not done properly. I would prefer to just buy on the secondary. Hey Drake, check out Bulky Book of Killer. Okay, it's Book of Killer. No, I'm not touching it. It's just a derivative. And some minting cause yeah, dude, it was crazy gas spike. Zbit seems cool. It's already 50 mil though. You're dealing with Bitcoin, so it's a little bit different here. But yeah, it is. It is a higher market cap relative to other chains. On Bitcoin, it's actually low. What the pants? Yeah, what the pants? Have you looked Rune's I didn't like the Rune Whispers artwork. It wasn't clicking for me. Which pups are good? The Pups token, or are you talking about pups? Yeah, I assume you're talking about pups. So if I was to choose, like if I had the cash to just like, hey, I got like 100 Bitcoin, I'm just gonna throw it out. I would just grab a puppet or a few pups because I just like them. But if I was a little bit tighter and I was like, I don't got much cash, but I want exposure to the pups, I would go with the little pup. The the Lee puppetettes, they don't vibe with me. I like whatever. It's too much of a derivative of like, hey, it's literally just puppets, but girlified. So no thanks. At least Lil Pups is a little bit transformed. Listen, yeah, dude, we're streaming. Okay, I'll go all in on Tiny. Don't never go all in on something, but Tiny Vikings should be okay. Man, I missed a lot on this stream. I have to watch it over when it's done. Yes, watch it over, brother. BTC machine alternative to machine if you're on a budget. Mutant viruses are newer, but treat holders similar to machine. Machines are minting 15 Zbit till halvening, and mutant viruses mining 10 to 30ish listed. Yeah, that's another thing. So if you're just holding these machines without even listing them, you're actually mining some Zbit. So you can actually farm these things right now, which is really cool. But yeah, I do like the viruses. The mutant viruses you can mine, but you can also get the regular virus on the cheap. But again, it doesn't allow you to mine Zbit. So you can mine some Zbit right now. BTC, they did make that announcement. See machine Zbit mining. Can't remember where they had that Twitter announcement, but I am currently mining some. Let's see if I can pull it up. I want to pull it up for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Zbit mining. Come on, where are you? Anyways, it's going to take too long to find. But if you go under the BTC Ordinal main tab, you'll see it there, and it'll look something like this. You go here, 10 Zbit a day, 15 Zbit a day. This is basically your Zbit miner checker. I think this is it. Seeker, yeah, here it is. Seekermint.com. So this is where you enter your wallet address right here, and these are your miners. They just mine you some Zbit. So it's kind of cool. But if you're just trying to farm Zbit, the mutant virus is like the best arbitrage out of the machine. But again, it's probably pricing in right now, like being able to farm Zbit. If you're trying to get the OG collection status, I like the BRC or the machines. I like the machines. Those are cool. Have you checked out Rune's terminal, Ape Odyssey? I have not. If you want to share a link, I'll check it out. You said you wouldn't touch Pups on Sol. For new people, that may sound confusing considering Pups on Sol is a yeah. So let me clarify Pups on Sol. If I'm holding a BRC20 asset, I'm not going to hold it on Solana. I'm going to hold it on its native chain. The reason why is for risk. I last bull run, I got roasted a couple of times bringing ETH onto non-native chains. So like on Phantom, I got roasted onto one of the things because the multi-chain hack. Just things like this, you take on additional risk doing that. If you are trying to get exposure to this, and of course, if you're a newbie and you have like $50, I mean, you can touch it on Sol, but again, you're just taking on risk that you shouldn't be taking on. There's a chance that the bridge doesn't work, it's not functional, or there's an exploit. It's just additional risk, is all I was saying. So it's best to just hold it on Bitcoin. Let me give you an example of this. Alex Labs. This is going on right now. The pizza token is trading at like a dollar something. And I want to show you this order book. And this is why I do not like this stuff. I'm not signing this. I don't care. You go to pizza. Pizza. All right. So, okay, sign my wallet, whatever. I'm not signing. Forget it. You remember pizza? We were talking about pizza trading at like a dollar something. Well, if you have pizza on Alex Labs, it's worth 69 cents. It's because they're having issues with their bridge. So if you wanted to sell for the price it should be, which we go here, pizza, it's a little bit different for the bridge on Pups because the bridge is working correctly. Pizza is selling twice the price on OKX, or almost twice. That's why I don't like the bridge. I want to hold it on the native chain it's on because there's a chance the bridge doesn't work, or there's a chance that there is a exploit. That's to clarify that. However, if you're smaller, then it's probably best to stay on Solana because gas fees are lower. But if you're larger, and when I consider larger, I'd say if you're trying to invest like $500 to $1,000 minimum, and anything more is obviously going to be on Bitcoin. 500 is like your low cap. If you're doing like $500, go on Bitcoin. Period. Just do it. Is all I'm saying. Thoughts on Domo? Domo the token. Well, Domo is the creator of BRC20s, so yeah, Domo is a meme coin. It'll be cool. Bluetooth. Hey, I appreciate the super chat, brother. Do you get a Rune pup for holding pups on Solana chain? I don't think you get a Rune airdrop for the pups on Solana chain. If you're going to get a pup, go on Bitcoin, a Rune pup. Especially if you're shelling out 0.17 Bitcoin, you're no longer dealing with like a couple $100. Go on Bitcoin for that. But appreciate the super chat, sir. How do you know something is OG and something's not? Well, you had to have been around for a bit, or you just research. I've been around ordinals for like 10 or 11 months. So I just know which ones were around back in the day and they were doing their thing. So, yeah. And you can also go by the inscription number. The lower the inscription, it's highly likely that they've been around the bit. A lot of FUD on dogs. People saying dog from Leonidas seems forced, aka non-organic. What is dogs? Never heard of dogs. Dogs. Oh, are you talking about the ticker? Let me see dogs. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. I assume it just meant it out. Let me see what. Let's go to ordinals. Dogs. That's not even pulling up under hot. I don't know what dogs is, dude. Yeah, it's down. Got roasted. Let me search Twitter for a second. Dogs. Oh, dogs. BRC20. Yeah, it's just a meme coin. That's it. Just like cats. I don't think these guys have runes. All right, what's next? If a sex want to sell a rune, they will have to buy it from the market, right? Yes, that's how it works. unless they're doing something else, which is just kind of like paper assets. Eventually, if you want to withdraw, there's got to be a way they can give you your actual Rune. So, in theory, they have to buy it from the market, but can they do some sus stuff? Yeah, there's definitely a possibility. Hence why we saw things like FTX and Celsius. Oh, Smilek meme coin to the moon. Okay, have fun. Yeah. Thoughts on Bitman? Bitman is cool. I don't even know what the price is. Bitman. I like Bitmap and Bitman. Wrong one. Bitman. Actually, that might have been the one. Yeah, this is Bitman. Bitman is a DJ and play, but they do have their own like little metaverse thing that they're trying to work on. But again, this isn't runes, so people aren't going to be focused on this right now. But it could be a good play to pick some of these up. When's the last sale they had? Yeah, these things have been melting. Gas fees are too high to sweep something like this right now, but if you were looking to make a bet on it, I mean, you're basically getting it on the ground floor. Drake, can you share the thesis on, or can you share the thesis on corn? Okay, so corn is degen, but just like you have pizza, it's a OG token. It's been around for a bit. It's going to be like your community coin. So Bitcoin, these guys are going to be having runes. So people aren't really even talking about this one, but if these guys do deliver, this will be massive. If you can get the one-to-one swap, if they do have a one-to-one swap for your corn to the Rune corn. They did mention Rune corns on their Twitter. Don't know where it was mentioned, but this is, of course, it's a meme coin, but this one is like a OG token. So let me go to here to show you guys what I'm talking about. BRC20, and you go to the BRC20s. So Ordi is first, starting on 3.7. If we go to corn, you can see here corn was deployed on 3.9, so 2 days later. It's just an OG BRC20. Just like you have pizza. Pizza was on 3.15. Meme is actually the second one. Meme hasn't really made rumors of the Rune token yet. Let me see what Meme's trading at. Yeah, 91 bucks. This has been cooking. Let's see what their Twitter. Can't remember what their Twitter is called. Oh, this dude's pumping Wizard. Just bought Wizard because Streets told me it's the second best after Pups. Well, here comes Wizard. Yeah, Wizard's cool, man. I like Wizard. Should have bought some last night, staring at it. You're going to see a lot of people start to pivot to the runes meta, just trying to take some liquidity. So be careful with it. Yeah, I can't even find the meme BRC20. No, that's not it. I can't even remember what their ticker was or what their Twitter account was. I think it's this one. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, they changed it. It used to be like a pineapple. Yeah, so these guys are just staying on the meme. They aren't even talking about going to Rune. Yeah, so these guys are just focusing on the meta of like being the first meme coin, whereas Ansem is calling it Pups. But hey, whatever. Pump the bags. The best meme. Yeah, I'm not touching that. Forget it. Your screen can't see. You should be able to see now. You have ref for Ordi charts. I don't know what Ordi chart is. Buntree, what's up? Big dog. Is it too late to get Rune Guardian? I don't understand their airdrop system. I don't. I've never. Or actually, you know what? I heard a Rune Guardian that was dropped. I don't know when it was dropped, but I heard about it yesterday. Yeah, these things were airdropped to our wallets. I don't know. These guys are anyone that's airdropping the wallets, they have some cash to do that. So those are likely to actually deliver on something. The ones where you got to go claim and do this garbage, it's garbage. But yeah, these Rune Guardians, I don't know enough about them to say, but I know as a Runestone holder, they were just airdrop. So like I can't complain. That's also why I prefer the Runestones over the R6. The Runestones at least give you some airdrops of all these other tokens and collections. Thoughts on flies? It's sending. Flies on Bitcoin? Let's see. Flies. Hmm. I don't know. I assume you're talking about. Yeah, that's a meme coin on base. I don't know. It'll probably send. I don't know what flies is, but we'll look it up because why not? Oh, it's an ERC. Yeah, it's ERC 1155. So a wrapper to their token. So it's going to be like an NFT trade. Oh, you didn't see what I was looking at there. This is flies. Hope you are well, brother. Hope you are well. Bluetooth, you will have to bridge your pups on Sol to Bitcoining in order to convert it when the Rune. Exactly. This guy gets it. No bridge risk for me. Thank you. Dog is not released yet. Hit the likes, peeps. This guy is speaking alpha. Appreciate it, brother. It's one of the first meme coins that drops on runes if you hold a runestone. Dog? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. No, you are right. I know what you're talking about. That's why I couldn't remember the name. I now remember. I think of things in what is that called? Pictographic memory or something, photographic memory. So it said dog and then it was like 2x and then 3x. So basically we don't even know what the other two airdrops are. I don't know if dog is going to cook, but hey, I'm looking forward to the token when he releases it. I am holding Cats and Dogs World. What are your thoughts on it was a free airdrop for me, so I don't know. Who knows what it'll do. Dog is on Sol, similar to the new Djen token. Yeah. Um, thank you for sharing that. Yes, that is the first airdrop for the Runestone holders. Scroll, Kings of Prisma, and Lenia are taking too long to distribute their airdrops. Bro, you didn't even talk about ZK Sync. ZK Sync has been doing it for like ever. Drake, you went full blondie, man. Dog is first rune airdrop for runes. No, I did go full blondie, man. I need some sleep. Bull market tings, right? But yeah, it is the first airdrop. My V, man. I was looking like a whatever for like 20 minutes. Top 5 meme coin you would pick now. You're looking at some of them. I would definitely pick Boop. Boop is one of them. Uh, THC is another. Tin Hat Cat. Um, Tuker. Tuker. Who are the other ones? I would add Pups as like the BRC20. And let me see. I like Hoo Hoo. Hoo Hoo on Merlin, and then APU. I really like APU. APU is solid. Yeah, there's some other ones like Herald and stuff, but I like these. Those would be my 5. I think I gave you 6, but whatever. Wish more liquidity would flow in. Yeah, Omniflix doesn't sound, or Omniflix is getting absolutely roasted. Again, we're going into a PvP environment. Buckle in. Did you hear about Buildle? No, I didn't. All right, so if a sex has to buy Rune from the market, they will have to buy massively. Price pump will be crazy based on this assumption. No. Welcome to Ordinals. So you have to hold an actual pup for a Rune airdrop, not just the token. Sorry, I'm confused. You can hold both. So you can do the pup or the token itself. They're dividing it. And if you could pick one project, which rune would you touch pick? Well, if I was having to choose, it would be Pups for sure. Pups has the most momentum. It's basically now your blue chip. You do have some others. I don't expect you to make like bunches of X's with Pups, but at least it's like that's where all the focus is on right now, and it'll probably continue to do well. You have some others that are a little more risky, but they're also considered blue chip, is like Wizard. You have Zbit or Zbit, and you have Shid. Shid is Djen. You have Node, also Djen. You got Pepe. This is like an OG token, but it is still Djen. You got Corn, also Djen, but it's OG, and then you got Pizza. But to answer your question, one rune, it would be Pups. Is pizza a meme coin? Are they getting runes? There's rumors that they are going to have rune pizza. It's likely yes, like 99-1. Like 99% yes, 1% no. Again, it's IOU, so you're betting on the team. They're an OG team, but they aren't like the best team out there. But they are a good team. The best teams out there are going to be like behind Wizard or the Puppets or Zbit. Those are going to be like your stronger teams. Are they? Yes, they are. For how much time will BTC machine till the halving? So a few days, end of the week, next week. ZK Sync is the worst. Start. Yeah, dude. ZK Sync is the worst. What is runes? Runes are a meta protocol on Bitcoin. So think of it like BRC20s, but more advanced. Or not more advanced, more enhanced is the word. So just better. I think Ansem might be a good play. He has a fight coming. Yeah, I got some Ansem. Like, why not? It's 500,000 market cap. It's 400K. It's a DGen meet. Like, throw $100 at it. If it goes to 10 mil, I mean, bro, like you turn your $100 into 2K. Like, come on, it's whatever. Your thoughts on Pawn Console? I know some influencers are pumping that, so it'll probably do something. Drake, did you get airdrop Doge runestones? Hopefully, yeah, dude, I did get a Doge runestone. I think I should buy some more. Actually, I was waiting for it to cool off, but it wasn't really cooled off when I looked at it. Yeah, they're still fairly priced. So yeah, I'm waiting for a better cool off. I'll sop some up at like 100. We're getting some weakness on Doge right now, so it'll be nice. Let's see. Okay. Will O4DX is trading on runes? What? Will O4DX is trade? Okay, I assume you're just saying is O4DX. 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 I don't know what O4DX is, but it is trading. Not a bunch of holders. It's kind of high market cap. Looks like there's been no sales though. So it just meant it. I don't know. It's got like no volume. It's probably dead. You have 5K and you can pick up only one. Pups, Rune, or Phantom. Rune, like the token, I assume. Pups, Rune, or Phantom. If I have 5K. It'll probably be Pups. Pups is like right at $1 billion market cap, and it's dealing with Bitcoin. So again, we're running into this. Like I just said, we're in this environment of chop, and the things that are illiquid are going to do well. Like Rune is a bull market coin. Phantom is also a bull market coin. They need excess liquidity coming into here. So I would throw it at Pups, and then while that rises or does well, I would take profits into that and move that into positions of Rune and Phantom. If you hold Pizza or others on Leather Wallet, do you need to do anything for Rune Drop? It depends if you have to convert it or not. So we'll know more when Runes comes out. Right now, everyone is just like it's all speculation right now. Like who knows what's going to happen. Like, who knows? We might not even be here tomorrow. Um, look, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. I don't know what it is. I guess people. I'll look at it. SISM. Smile. Okay, I looked at it. I don't know. It's come laugh with us in the face of the banks. This is where the revolution begins. Yeah, I don't know. It's not vibing with me. It's just kind of odd. But let me close out some of these tabs. I think we answered most of the questions for you guys. If you guys have any other questions about runes, happy to help. Or if you guys want to share any runes that you guys are looking at right now, we can pull those up on screen. We can go through those. All right, cool. All right, this is random, but you watching UFC 300. I am not watching UFC 300. I just don't have time. I probably should, though. Where do you see BRC20 after Rune launch? I hope it won't vanish completely. BRC20s, especially the OG ones like Ordi, Sats, those are going to be around for. They're just like historical coins. I think they're gonna be around, and those are kind of like a hedge. Like if Runes doesn't do well, I wouldn't say a hedge, but if Runes doesn't do well, liquidity will flow back into something like that. Bitcoin you're dealing with is like they got a bunch of cash over there, so they need to throw some stuff at stuff. But we're definitely going to hit I think we're in a market chop right now to where we're going to see like a lot of the things that are just like altcoins and layer ones. They're going to consolidate into the things that are able to pump easily, like your BRC20s, your ordinals, like we saw in the previous. You mentioned Dogecoin, still bullish. Yes, I'm very bullish on Dogecoin. Where do you see BRC? But again, it's Djen, and it's going to wait for the ordinals to play out. Where do you see BRC? I already went over that. If you have to start all over again with just $500, what would you do now, and where or what would you allocate it in? Hmm. That's a good question. Hmm. What would I allocate it in? I think I would be looking at some of the meme coins on base because I wouldn't want to deal with the gas fees on Bitcoin because it's just a lot. Even though I think there's a lot of upside on Bitcoin, like the ordinals and the BRC20s. I think I would play with the meme coins on base. Um, what is that other chain? Phantom's going to need bull market to turn back on for that to be less PvP. But I think I would focus on base, flip some meme coins over there, or at least some like DeFi assets, get a bigger bag, and then come over to ordinals and let this whole runes thing play over. Like there's a chance. Like if I only have $500, I want to be careful not to lose my stack. So I would wait till the event happens of runes, and then I would come back and play. Which we're guys, there is going to be somewhat of a buy the rumor, sell the news event. There is like period. There is going to be a sell the news event. I don't know if it's going to be sell the news in a few hours, 1 day, 2 days, but there is going to be a sell the news event. The same exact thing happened to BRC20s back in the day when everyone was pumping it. It's like, oh, we're going to the moon, whatever. Ordy was trading at $20, and then it just bled to like $2 or $1, and now it's like 70. But people don't remember that. That's after gas fees went bonkers. Gas fees aren't bonkers right now, which we're in the green. But once they go bonkers, be ready. So you would only recommend Pups on Sol if you don't have a lot of liquidity. Yeah. So if you have like 100 to $200, just get Pups on Sol. Like use it as a quick trade. That's probably going to be your best. Me personally, I go on Bitcoin. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Are the pre-runes temporarily pulling liquidity from ordinals? They're pulling liquidity from the rest of the market. So you're seeing all these altcoins start to dump. So it's not just ordinals, it's literally everything. So you have liquidity being pulled from Avalanche, from Dogecoin. You have liquidity pulled from Phantom. Notice all the asset prices of everything, and ordinals are going up. Why are they going up? Because liquidity is flowing to them. Liquidity is like it's PvP right now. There's not money just flowing in. Uh, Face turquoise covering eyes. I guess that's a crying Bulbasaur. Are there any Dogetional catalysts coming up? Yeah, it's going to be the Doge token pumping, and 420 is coming around, so we'll see what happens. Are you setting up? No, I am not. I'll do a secondary. Do you think the runes have effectively made track/tap ecosystem? Have Do you think runes have effectively made track/tap eco? Oh, I see what you're saying. Runes is its own meta protocol, just like tap is. Track is not a meta protocol. Track is more of like a indexer. I think track will still have provenance on the Bitcoin ecosystem, just like just like Chainlink and the graph are still used on Ethereum. The same concept on Bitcoin. How much were gas fees during the ordinals? They weren't I mean, you had a couple of blocks with 1,000 sats per VByte, but for the most part, they were like 400 to 600 sats per VByte. We're pretty solid right here. Like on average, like 400 to 600. Obsolete. Oh, effectively make track and tap obsolete. I don't think it will make track obsolete. You will still need to index data. As for the tap ecosystem, I see it as like a different thing. So people think of it like this. This is the best way to think about it. Tap is like Avalanche. Runes is like Phantom. BRC20 is like Ethereum. Not the exact coins themselves, but think of them like different layer ones, like they have their own little ecosystem, but all of these lie directly on Bitcoin. So they're their own little meta protocol. Just like Phantom is its own little chain, these meta protocols are their own little thing. RuneX, what are your thoughts? Also, Rune Guardians could be a big play. They just did their mint and it went 4x. RuneX is cool. They have a good team behind them. They were around for a good bit. As for Rune Guardians, I don't know. These were airdropped. You're saying they just minted. I got an airdrop of one of them, so I haven't looked into them. I guess that's what happens when you just get free money. You just don't look into it. Which wallet got this? One of my wallets got it. I don't know what it was for. Why did I just get pizza? What is this? I got some Mystic dropped in my wallet. Did anyone else get this? Mystic? Is it a Mystic Rune? Awesome. Okay. Yeah, this was just airdropped in our wallets like right now. So maybe you got some Mystic Runes. I also got a pizza rune. Okay. I'll dig it. Why'd I get a pizza rune? Looks like a pizza rune. I don't even see it. It's not here. But I got some pizza thing in my wallet. Can't see these others. Oh, I also got these dystopian looking things. I don't know what they are. Yeah, I did get a Rune Guardian. So yeah, I have a Rune Guardian in my wallet. But I don't know what this pizza thing is, dude. What is this? Anyone know what the pizza thing is? Let me see if you guys left comments. Do you think Hava coin will be? No, it's a meme coin. It's probably going to zero. Who knows? It's free money. I can't handle the BRs. I need a good meme coin on Solana or something. Solana is really saturated. I would say base is better. I need to turn 100 to 500 to pay an artist. LOL. Yeah, I've heard that story so many times, and usually what ends up happening is all of it just goes away. I think it's best to look for the blue chips and look for some of the good things. I mean, there are some blue chip meme coins, but like if you're going to do it, like don't try to turn $100 into $1 million overnight. There's like some success stories that do it, but it's highly unlikely. How did you get these? I assume they were just from holding a runestone. I'll check my other wallets. Give me a second. Yeah, I got some Mystic in another wallet. Cool. I dig it. Let me see the other one. No. So it looks like it's based on the inscriptions that you hold. So two of my wallets got the Mystic, but I have three wallets with a runestone. So only two of them got the Mystic. So it's probably the inscriptions that you have. So like I have some frogs, I have some BTC machines or a machine. So it's probably going based on that. Like if you have a runestone and if you have some OG ordinal assets, it's probably what it is. What wallet are you getting airdrops in? It's in your Unisat. So go in your Bitcoin wallet, or if you got Xverse, it'll be in there too. Meme coins on Cosmos will always go to zero. All their tokens are already. I'm dying right now. I'm dead. I'm done. You should have Toby. Okay, I'll check it out. I have a runestone. I didn't get these. So it's probably one of the OG collections that you have. Is the Rune Guardians miners unveiling the first ever multi-parent 10K collection? This was being minted and revealed soon. It was sold out. It was separate from the Rune Guardians airdrop. Oh, yeah. I was just saying the airdrop too. But yeah, that's it for the most part, guys. It looks like we answered all your questions. But we've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I try to get to the YouTube comics. It's just been so long, just been busy. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, drop them in the comments. Appreciate you guys tuning in on a Saturday with me. And as always, guys, we're going to hit you guys with a wisdom one-liner. And if you guys want to join the exclusive Discord, links in the description below. So if you guys want to jump in there, I'll be in there as well. Proverbs chapter 19, verses 10. It's not fitting for a fool to live in luxury. How much worse for a slave to rule over the princes? That's true. That's true. Be good, be righteous, guys, and God bless. Thanks for jumping on, guys. We'll see you.